Good afternoon. Wouldn't it be wonderful if I had the magic wand and the magic answer about how to stop bullying? My God, wouldn't our lives be a lot easier? Unfortunately, I don't have the magic wand. But there are things you can do to help yourself and your child not be a bullying target. So, we estimate 5 to 15% of children will engage in bullying behaviour. So whether that's verbal, physical, cyberbullying, roughly that 5 to 15%. And there's a lot more than 15% of children and adults who get targeted. And that's roughly about 25%, which is it's a fair number. And often people will be targets at school, and if they don't get help, hi Mel, if they don't get help, they can then go on to become targets of bullying in the workplace. I've had a client just recently who has started work and there's this behaviour happening, and she's gone, I'm not sure whether they're serious, whether they're they mean to be harmful, whether they're just trying to, get to know me. So it carries on. And then we have people who get bullied in the home as well. So, but back to the question, how do you stop it? I've got an acronym, APE. Yeah, the acronym's APE, and which is a bit weird, but A is for acknowledging. A is for awareness. So as a parent, if your child comes to you and goes, Mum, someone's picking on me, it's really important to take the time to sit and listen, hear what they have to say, acknowledge how they're feeling, take them seriously. There are parents who go, particularly if it's your child and they're complaining and they have a history of complaints, and you just go, look, just get over it, ignore them, play with someone else. That sort of, it's easy to be dismissive, particularly when you're really busy. But if you can take the approach, sitting down, really listening and making your child feel heard, then the next step is P. Now, P is about gathering information. It's about planning. I've had situations where it's been really helpful to sit down and go, okay, who, what, where, when, and we're gathering data. How often is it happening? Where is it happening? Is it in the classroom? Is it online? Is it waiting in line? Is it in the hallway, which is quite a common place for bullying to take place at schools? Then when we have a bit of a diary, ask your child what they want to do about it, which might sound a bit of a stupid question, but what can happen is we have frenemies. So this might be someone your child likes or your child's been friends with. Then all of a sudden they're experiencing perhaps some social isolation, some bantering that stops being funny, stops being friendly. And, we've got this to and fro. One day is good, one day is not good. What's going on? So if you ask your child what they want to do, they might say, I'd like to be their friend again, or I'd like to know what they think of me, or I'd like them to stop. Whatever it is, it might be not quite what you expect. Then when you and your child have talked about this, great time to go and approach the school and go, okay, well, can I have a copy of the school anti-bullying policy? Now in Victoria, where I'm from, all schools must have one. So if the schools start to say, oh, well, yeah, we have one, or we just like to do it, our own way, no, you are well within your rights, and the school have to have an anti-bullying policy. Then sit down with the school, sit down with the teacher, and come up with a plan. What's interesting about the school side of things is when surveyed, it's about roughly a third of children will say they'll go and see the teacher, whereas more about half will go and tell their parents or their friends. So there's a little bit less trust and belief that the teacher is interested or can do anything to stop it. So, yet when teachers are involved, it's about this. They can be really effective. Personally, when I was at school, I was involved in some bullying behaviour, and it was only when the school stepped in, stopped straight away. So, schools can be effective. Even with cyberbullying, lots of schools will take that extra step and do what they can to help with that. But in terms of a plan for cyberbullying, 3 things: screenshot, block, report. But I'm not going into more detail about that today, but they're the 3 things to do. So that's A, P, it's a plan. And the E, which I love and I really enjoy working on with clients on this, is empower. So we're empowering the young person through education, through role play, through practice, through making power statements, and helping them pick how they want to respond and react to this bullying behaviour. So that's where we're at. So the question, how do we stop bullying? This is one way. Act like an ape. Aware, acknowledge, plan, empower and educate. Those 3 things are really helpful. So if you're in a situation where you have a child who's being bullied, or you know of someone who does, I'd love to be able to help them. You can send me a private message, you can call us, you can send me an email. So all the details are there on the Facebook site, and more than happy to help you and your child work through this very real issue. It may not sound big to you sometimes, but the impact that bullying has, the devastating effect it can have on mental health, both now and in the future, is, in some people, it's immeasurable. It's been implicated in up to about 40% of suicides. So this is a case for early intervention as early as possible, so your child has the tools and develops the tools that helps them stop being a target and knows what to do when they are targeted with this. So this is a pretty heavy conversation today, but tomorrow is National Day Against Bullying and Violence, and I'm keeping up my word to do something and put something out there about bullying every day this week. So thank you for joining me, Mel, and for anyone else who's watching this later, please share. It's a really important message to get out there. There are things that we can do. There are things you can do to help your child. So thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye, Mel.